Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. So, are you ready to jump into the money week? Find a money emoji which is not a bill or coin. Woo! Find a money emoji which is not a bill or a coin. Not so easy, huh? We want to rewire your brain. Yes, yeah, we have the money smiley, we have the diamonds, very cool. We have the bucket of gold. Welcome. So I put already my crown on because I can tell you, when we talk about money, we have to do so many things differently because everything that is ingrained in ourselves says, you cannot have a lot of money. But if you want to rewire that, are you ready for that? Now, let's go. Now, imagine you are on a spiritual retreat. Like it's all about love, health, everything. And then there's somebody coming up on the stage who's going something like, oh, look at that money. I want to cuddle that money. Look at that money. I love money. Oh, I love it. Oh, look, isn't it gorgeous? Look at my money. Oh my God, euros, real, dollars. Oh God, I love my money. Oh, I want to cuddle. I want to sleep with my money. Isn't it so great? And what would you think? Honestly. And it happened to me. And I was like, many years back, when I didn't know about money, I was like, sorry, I'm on a personal development retreat here. This is really weird. And you are a really strange person. What is going on here? Maybe I should leave. Because I had a lot of limiting beliefs about money. So now imagine, wait, what do I have here? Okay. Now imagine this would, if that was my daughter, okay? Now just override whatever is in your head. Imagine this is my daughter. And I would go like, look at my daughter. Isn't she wonderful? I love her. I want to cuddle her. She's sleeping in the bed with me. Isn't she great? I'm so proud of her. This is my daughter. Woo! And imagine being on stage and somebody brings the daughter or the granddaughter or whatever and says like, I love you. Oh, this is so great. Oh, look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? We all go like, oh, such a loving person, such a great mom. Oh my God. Yeah. So unfortunately, we don't do that with money. And that's usually why money doesn't come by the hundreds, the millions to us, because we still have some objections about money, which is just normal. So this week, we want to rewire everything we know about money, because everybody can create money. Woo! Write that in the chat. Just to give your brain a point of creation. Everyone can create money. Lots of money. Yes. And it doesn't matter whether you have money right now, don't have money right now, whatsoever. This Zoom will be your point of creation, that you become a money creating machine. Isn't that great? Plug yourselves into the energy of, I am a money making machine. Woo! Even though I don't know yet how to do that. That's why you are here. Let's be a money making machine and have fun with it. So this week is all about having fun with money. And I tell you why this is so important. Why I put a lot of emphasis on money, because if you have enough money, if you don't have to worry about money anymore, it's actually part of your healing process, because there's no anxiety around money anymore. Just imagine how much self-healing your body can do. If this whole anxiety, questioning, will the money stay or not, if that all just falls away. Yeah. And that's why we want to solve that money thing for everyone. Ah, Shani, that's so nice. After Jen is calling me today, it helped so much. Yes, because especially about money, especially if we want to create money. Who here is in the course and doesn't know yet, or wants to be in the mentoring but doesn't know yet how to do that? Yes. And that is really call your mentor and tell them, okay, I want to be in. I'm here in the money creating week. Use that week to create money, because in the mentoring, we do so much more. And no, unfortunately, it's not like that, that we do snips and then we are all millionaires. No, unfortunately not. I wish I could say that, but it's not like that. In money, it's a lot of repetition, like lower all the barriers about money, empty our cups. Let's empty our cups together. Because we have to do that a lot of times. At some stage, you might think, whatever she says, I think she's crazy, this Julia. And then instead of believing your monkey mind, you just go like, okay, I empty my cup. Oh, what if it actually works? So we want to have a lot of fun with money this week. And we will start with creating a partnership with money, because that is so important. And if you create a loving relationship with money, a partnership, it does not mean that it takes your love away from your children, your partner, your family, your friends. No, to throw that all out of the window. It's not like that. It's like having a second child. It's like not that suddenly you don't like your first child anymore. So it's actually the more you distribute your love, the more it comes, because yes, love is infinite. So if you start a loving partnership with all this wonderful money bills and more, it just means that in the end, you have more love to distribute. So it never takes your love away from your loved ones, because a lot of people think like, if I have a lot of money, oh, I don't love my partner anymore. It's like, really? Why would it be like that? So let's throw ourselves in that money creating field. It's going to be one of the most fun weeks, one of the weeks where you have to empty your cup the whole time. But we will have fun with that. But first of all, let's rewire our brain again, especially today, so that monkey mind doesn't have a chance to tell you what's not working. So let's do the rules again, because if you live by those rules, your health will come, love will come, and the money will come. So plug yourself in. Put your hands on your heart. Woo! And let's rewire. I do everything for my health, for my dream love. And now you can add, and for a lot of money. Just allow yourself to say that. I do everything for a lot of money with love, dedication, and full focus. I am chosen. I'm allowed to be part of the rich ones. Now we tweak it a little bit to our money week and give yourself that permission. I am chosen. I'm allowed to be part of the rich ones. Okay. Type it in the chat. Oh, am I really? Yeah. Tell yourself, the others here in the Zoom, you can kind of scroll in the Zoom and look at the other faces. There are so many loving people here. And then tell the universe, I am chosen. Hello, universe, I am chosen. I'm allowed to be part of the rich ones. And if I keep moving forward in money creation, success is inevitable. Even with money, we have so many limiting beliefs, but I've seen it so many times that if you stay in money creation, success is inevitable. Just most people stop way too early because they think they can't do it. And I want this success, and I allow myself to get the best support, especially in the most important areas of my life. So my surroundings cannot hold me back anymore. And that is so important. I can tell you, if you go for a lot of money, just because you say, I want to have a lot of money, because 99% of problems can be solved with money. Yes. And your health will be easier. Your relationships will be easier. So it's worth to actually see the money area as one of the most important parts of your life, because money is already with us when we are born. Yeah, it depends on which family we are born. And money is with us our whole life. The issue around money is with us our whole life, longer than our parents, longer than our children. So it totally makes sense to make money and money creation a very important area of your life. And not just kind of, oh yeah, it should come. No, make it important and allow yourself to get the best support in that area, so your surroundings don't hold you back anymore. Yes. And then my time is now. Now, my dear universe. Not in 3 years, not in 20 years. My time is now. Yes. And I'm not afraid of failures anymore, because I fail my way to success. And especially in money creation. So important. We fail our way to success. Like my business where it is now, it's definitely there because I did a lot of failures. Because even with investing, even with asking people for good money advice, you get a lot of crap. You get a lot of crappy advice. But if you ask 100 people, and that is your first thing about money creation, if you ask 100 people about their best advice how to make a lot of money, 95% of the advice will be shitty. But there will be 5 good pieces of advice. And if you follow these, you will make money, especially now in the online world. Like now you can't say anymore, yeah, but I live in a country where we are all poor. Yeah, but you have internet. You can make money, especially via the internet, from everywhere. And if you don't believe me, this is your first homework. Write it down, my dears. We fail our way to success. I want you to Google in the next 2 days until our next session, which is Wednesday. This is a test because I will ask for your results. I want you to Google or ChatGPT or however you search 10 ways to make $10,000, euros, South African rand, whatever you like. Google that and really dive into, bring here for our next session the best 3 things you could come up with. Allow yourself to really, and I don't mean just like, oh yeah, give me 10. I really mean if you see 1 until 10, go and dive into it, because this might already solve your money issue forever. But most people don't do it. I can tell you, most people, when we come back on Wednesday, they go like, ah, yeah, this was a good homework. Ah, yeah, this was a smart homework, Julia. Ah, no, I didn't do that. Why not? Because I can tell you, if you look the whole time how to create a lot of money, there's so much on the internet. There's so many jobs you can do. You can do them over the internet. There's money everywhere. Really, really do that homework. Do a favor for yourself. You Google 10 ways to do 10K a month. And I really like at least 10,000, whatever currency you are in. 10 ways to do 10K a month. And I want you to get ideas. Because if you do that, if you follow through, you will in the end see, oh shit, there are 1,000 ways to do a lot of money. And then you don't need to say like, oh, I don't have money anymore. Yeah, just go and create it. There's so many ways. And yes, it's not like, oh, I want to create money and then I meditate on it for 20,000 hours and nothing happens. No, for the 4 steps for wonders, the 4 steps for miracles, it's like, like now for your homework, you want 10K a month. Pretty good already for the start. And then you go, okay, what's to do? Now, today I'm your universe. I'm telling you, Google 10 ways to do 10K a month. And now you should follow through. There are so many ways. I mean, because I put a lot of interest in creating money, I see all the opportunities. You can even make money from creating books on Canva and selling it on Amazon. There's really so many ways. Yeah, so Google that. First homework. I'm very excited what you will bring back on Wednesday. I will ask for your top 3 things. And that's the cool thing about money. Usually we just believe we can't have money because very often everybody around us does not have money or not enough money. So we believe that we have to be the same. Now think back for your parents. Usually our money reality is very close to those of our friends, of our parents, because we hang around the people who are, like us. And especially around money, it's very seldom that we hang around people who are way below us or way far above us. But that is also a trick. Find the people who are there where you want to be, because that's the thing what rich people do. Rich people talk about money. It's for them normal. So if you get into a circle at some stage where everybody just talks about money, like you talk about dinner plans or friends and all that, and they talk it with just normality, then this becomes normal. And this is where you also get an upgrade in your energy system. And then people talk about the best investment ideas. So you will always hear the best investment ideas. And obviously, if you get into the spiral, creating money becomes easier, easier, easier. Yes. And that is the key. You don't have to do more of what you are doing now to create a lot of money. You have to do things differently. And that's what we want to do here. Yeah. So let's put all our limiting beliefs about how we can create and that I'm not an online person and whatsoever. Let's empty our cup. Because what if you allow yourself to actually have a total new relationship? And let's rewire our brain. Now think how you talk about money, how you care for money, how you speak about money. And now imagine you talk like that with your partner or about your partner. So what do most people do? First of all, we hide our money. Then we go like, oh yeah, you could maybe fit in this really small wallet, often black, and we hide it so nobody can see it. And then we don't talk about it. I mean, most of the people go on a barbecue on a braai and then tell the people, oh, let's talk about money. How much have you earned in the last month? People look strange at you, I can tell you. I lost a lot of beliefs about money, so I actually ask people. And then I often share freely, as I share here now, what I earned. But even then they go like, okay. Oh. Yeah, but if you are actually among rich people, they talk the whole time about money. Now imagine you would talk about your partner the same way. Hiding your partner, like when friends come over, it's like, oh, quickly put your partner away, go in this maybe closet so they don't see you. No, we don't want to talk about you. Oh yeah, I want you to stay and work for me and bring more of you. Yeah, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about you. I want to hide you. Oh yeah, I don't want to have too much issue with you. Now imagine, would a partner stay with you? Or would maybe your partner think, well, I'm not so sure whether I'm so welcome here. And this is the same with money. First of all, money will come where it feels welcome. So the first thing, maybe get your wallet. You can hold it in the camera. And ask your money, do you want to live in that wallet? Just like take the energy. I'm actually getting mine as well. Just hold on. I quickly have to look where mine is because that's an interesting story actually. So I always used to have like this really black wallet. If you don't have money in your wallet, yeah, maybe get some cash again. And then when I was told exactly this, yeah, this is nothing I invented. This is basically how I learned about this whole money game. I was 39 when I heard that. And for 39 years, I did not know anything about energetic and money and all that. I was like, I'm a hard worker and this is how it's going to be and I need to work harder. That's just how it is. That's how I lived. And it was okay, but not really great. And then I learned about that and I was like, how could I not have learned about that for 40 years? I'm on this earth for 40 years and I had not learned about how this whole energetic game with money is. So I said, you know what? If that works for others, it will sure work for me. Watch me win. And who's here who has the same energy? Put in the chat, watch me win. Because this is actually somebody anyone can do. And I want you all to win the money game. So I went and I actually went online and I looked for a wallet which my money likes. And I just went like with a feeling. Okay, no, I put like, okay, money, what would you like? And I went online and I just searched for wallets. And actually, in the end, that was about 5 years ago, this wallet came out. It wasn't expensive. It's not about being expensive or whatsoever. It's just something, sometimes it's even just a box or something. So it came out and I still have the same wallet. Actually, after 5 years, I never changed it because it created many, many millions for me. And my money so far doesn't want an upgrade. So just a normal wallet and I put some cool things in there. And for the last 5 years, it lived in there. But the funny thing is, once you ask your money, okay, is that fine? And the money said, no, I want to be wrapped. And then I was like, okay, wrapped. All right. So it decided it always wants to be carried in a little bag. It's like a cotton bag. So my money for the last 5 years lives in the wallet and in a cotton bag. And this cotton bag is, I think I got it when I shopped something else. But this is, if you ask your money, and I want to encourage you, just have fun with that and asking your money, okay, how do you want to live? So you stay with me and you come back with a lot of friends. Yeah, so my money lives in a wallet and a cotton bag for the last 5 years. Created over 11 million euros. That's pretty nice. So see where your money wants to live. Yes, so that is your first homework. So you actually already had one. Google ways to make money. The second one, look where your money wants to live. What type of wallet? And it doesn't need to be expensive. Maybe it's a self-made one. Maybe it's even just a cotton bag. I don't know. Just go with a feeling where you suddenly go like, oh, this feels good. Because the more we feel very good about money, the more money comes. And then we add walking towards our money goal, and then poof, it actually happens. But first, we actually have to create a loving partnership with money. So if you have coins in your pockets, the same. Ask, hey, do you want to be in that pocket, or would you live somewhere else? And for everybody who's like, okay, how do I talk to my money? This is weird. I show you. I actually do exactly that. You just take this and you ask, okay, money, where do you want to live? Maybe do that with one of your bills. Where do you want to live? And then, because there's something else we should do to become loving partners with money, and that is having a money nest. A nest which is at your home, in your home, and it could be a box, it could be a plate, it could be a bowl, whatever you think it is. And this is your new home with money. So where would your money like to be? See whether, if you think of the kitchen, is it more like a yes or I don't know. If you think of the bathroom, is it more, yes or no? Just go with a feeling. If you have all coins, you can do the same as coins. Just go later, after this Zoom, go around your flat, search for something where you can put money on and make it nice, decorate it. I show you my money nest right now. It changed over the years. So my wallet didn't change, but my money nest changed over the year. It's actually now a golden box. I think I got this box about 2 years ago from one of my lovely colleagues. And suddenly the money said, I want to be in there. Before, when I learned that first, I was prepared to put my money in the most precious box because I knew it was working for everybody else. I saw that and I said, okay, I want to go and have the most precious box. I'm prepared to pay hundreds of euros because I know it will multiply. So I went with my money in the pocket to all kinds of shop in the neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood where we actually have cool things. So I went and I was like, okay, money, where do you want to live? I'm prepared for the most expensive thing so you can live in. And that was really funny. And I didn't know before how to talk with money, but I followed through. I was like, okay, for the others, I'll do that. And if you don't have cash, then do yourself a favor, get yourself cash. It's actually interesting. It's not so easy anymore to get cash. But go, get yourself a few bills, a few coins, and then go with your money and try to find a cool place to live in. Like I wanted to have a money nest so money can multiply. And I was prepared to pay hundreds of euros. And then I was in one shop and I knew immediately my money talked to me. I didn't know how it actually suddenly we had the connection. And it chose a Christmas bag for 4 euros. It had like golden stars on there. It was around Christmas time. And my money said, I want to live in there. It was just a small Christmas bag, 4 euros. And I was like, really? I was prepared to give you the best box. And the money said, no, just there. That Christmas bag, I want to be in there. So I put my money in there. Put some cool things in there, like decorate it. Yeah, make it nice. Make it as if you prepare your home for a loving date. Yeah, you would make it nice, looking good. So have your money nest, maybe some, I don't know, some colors, some stickers, some nice things you like. So I want to show you a little bit what's in here. So my money nest grew a little bit bigger with the time. So what's in there? So I put in my money nest a lot of cards actually from clients who healed, just because I love that. Yeah, I love the energy. I love like these small little, you always get it, I think on Easter or on Christmas with sweets in Germany. that I also got from a client. It's just fun. Yeah, it's a little funny. You're all right. I put, look, that is from, that is cute. You remember Ramona? That's her, the card when she got her third child. That's also in my box. I didn't remember that. I put money obviously in there. So this is all about good energy. So your money can live in a good energy surrounding. Put good energy in. I have some cool cards. I got some gold stuff in there, but I can't find it. I got from a client a little piece of gold. It's on my healing board. Yeah. But this is how, there's one card, birthday card from my mom. So it's a lot of hearts in there. So it's all about good energy. There's something for the hair, like a hair clip. I don't even know where I got that one from. So your money nest is all about, that's funny. Some fun photos. Me with a crown and some glitter. So your money nest is there to create good energy around money. And usually, like my money nest, it wanted to be in the kitchen, so everybody could see it. And I was like, really? Because I thought, okay, what if my kids take the money out of there? What if I have visitors? Oh God. And there's like this money nest. Yeah, you're going to start talking about money because they might ask, oh, what's that? And then you go, oh, this is my money nest because I want to have a lot of money. And then they might go, oh, that's interesting. Tell me more about it. Or some also go like, all right. And then you go like, yeah, it's my money nest. You want to have the money. So make yourself a money nest to create good energy around money, because it is so important that we rewire ourselves. And they all want to tell you, no, you can't have money. Money is bad. The rich people are bad. Monkey mind. And you go like, no, I'm going to rewire that. And I'm going to make a nest for my money so that there will be good energy around money. And that nest, that energy rewires your whole cell information. So at some stage, you're going to look lovingly at this nest and go like, I really like money. I like to start talking about money, because that is what the rich do. They talk about money. And they get the best investment ideas. They share cool things about money. So the more you rewire your information in your cells about money, the easier it will be to actually create money. Because if you think money is evil, it's really hard to create money, because your whole subconscious tells you, no, we don't want to be evil. I rather don't have money. But if at least you change the energy around money and you start believing, oh, this is really wonderful. Oh, let's have good energy around money. Then the next step in creating the four steps for miracles, it's actually not so hard anymore. And then this whole thing becomes fun, because you will see how money flows in your direction. So my tip for those who just only do online anymore with cards and all that, try to get some bills. You can even ask your money nest, hey, how much money should I put in there? And then you start with whatever you want. When I asked my money nest, it said, I want to have 10,000 in there. I was like, what? Oh God. Before, I never thought about burglary. The moment my money nest told me I should put 10,000 euros in that money nest, which I didn't have actually at that stage, I was like, I cannot. And then a whole new fear and everything was coming up, which then I healed. And I had about 12,000 then in my money nest in the end. So I couldn't start with 10,000, but I worked my way. And then at some stage, I had 12,000 actually in my money nest. And then we moved to Doha for 3 months, so I put it in the safe. And I actually didn't take it out yet. Yes. But this is how with fun you can actually rewire the energy around money. So I want you, as a second homework, I want you to build a money nest. And it could also be traveling money. That's also wonderful. And actually, a lot of clients of mine, they have even started with play money. And they put 10,000 euros of game money, like play money, like what you can buy, into that nest. Because that's also rewiring energy. They said, like, okay, I have a dream. I don't have 10,000 euros yet, so I'll put play money in there. And then it started changing. And then at some stage, they had the money of the 10,000. Yes. And if you want, you can have a feeling. Do you want to put your wallet in there or not? Yeah, Monopoly money is also good. So let's be playful. Yeah, don't look at it so hard. So let's be playful. If you think like, yeah, but my money doesn't talk to me, then just decorate a plate with some cool stuff and put money on there. So easy. Yes. So I want you to do a money nest, take a picture, and then put it up in the Facebook group. So we can share our money nest. If you have done that before, I know a few people have done that, give it an upgrade. If you have done that a few weeks back, give it an upgrade. Yeah, see what else wants in there, what wants to be taken out, what wants to be given into that box or that plate or that bowl, so you can have an upgrade. Because that's also one secret around money. Let it flow. Let it flow all the way. Yes. And there's one more game about money. Let's see. Now we have a lot of currencies around here. Pick a bill or a coin, which is where you could buy, let's say, three packets of chocolate with. Like for us, it's about 5 euros. It's like the smallest one here. Pick a bill like that. And let's start doing crazy stuff with money. So whenever you come across a bill like that, you need to really celebrate. Celebrate like crazy, because whatever we celebrate, we get more of. And we want to start small so you don't overload your system. So for the next 2 weeks, commit yourself that whenever you have that note, whether it's now a 100 Rand note, £5 note, 5 euros, or even $5 would also be good. So whenever you come across one like that, you just celebrate, like really. And if you're daring, everybody can watch you celebrating. And that is so much fun, because we had lots of clients who then went for the first time ever, cash again, into the supermarket. And they even tried so that they can get a €5 back. So, and whenever they got it back, they really went like, oh my God, I got a €5. Today is my lucky day. Oh, I got €5. And they showed it around there at the cashier. And at the beginning, the cashier was like, oh shit, what would happen? So those were the shops where they usually come a few times. And then the cashier actually, then they start liking the game, because almost never somebody's really happy about money when they get money back. They're just like, oh, thank you, oh, bye-bye. So the cashiers, even if they had to give like 20 back or 10, they always sneaked in a 5, because they knew the game, because the people talk to each other, and they knew the game that if a €5 bill comes up, they have to really celebrate. So you must imagine this fun face of the cashier, who like all day is like, yeah, blah, blah, and suddenly goes like, oh, there she is again. Okay, I make sure she gets a €5 bill. And then she was looking forward. And then she's like, oh yeah, you get like 17 back, but one of us is this. And then the person had to celebrate. And they again went like, oh my God, it's my lucky day. Look, I got the 5. And it was so much fun. And besides celebrating this money, it also made a big healing step for that person. Do you want to know how? Write a yes in the chat if you want to know. Because she actually healed her back pain with that game. Oh yeah, that's why everything actually in the end flows together. So that person was a reasonably shy person, but she wanted the money. It was quite interesting. She said she also wanted the health, but for the health, she can really go and express herself. She didn't dare to. But for the money, whysoever, we don't care, we don't judge. She could do that. And obviously, if you go into a shop and you go like, yeah, it's my lucky day, look at this. Everybody's looking at you. It's the same like running around with a crown. It's also healing. Because what happens, people look at you. You cannot walk out of that shop like in the shy little. If you have done that, you have to go like, have a good day all, I'm going, bye-bye. So it changes the energy in your whole body because you dare to do something. You get out of your comfort zone, and that makes new chemicals in your body. Because if you have done that a few times, believe me, you dare so much more to speak your truth, to speak to your partner, to your kids, to your friends, really your truth, because you've already done a fool out of yourself a few times. So that's where she suddenly realized, my back doesn't hurt anymore. And I knew, usually if you do that in a cashier, that exercise, I know that the body heals. That's normal. So I asked her, okay, so what did you do? She's like, I didn't do anything. I don't know. And then I asked her, okay, you did that money game, didn't you? Yeah, but that was for the money. And I told her, yes. But if you now think back, how do you feel when you know everybody's waiting for you and then you get a €5 bill and you will be cheering? And she was smiling all over her face. And that was so cool. So she was healing with that, and you can actually too, because there's one next rule for healing, for creating money, for love. Are you ready for the next cool rule? Yes, write it down. So let's see. So success is outside of my comfort zone. And I want to, where did I put it? I had such a cool, but I can't find it now. I don't know where I put it. I don't know. So it's basically success is outside of my comfort zone, and I'm crushing my comfort zone again and again. So success is outside of my comfort zone. I'm crushing my comfort zone again and again. Because if you have crushed your comfort zone 10 times in a row, believe me, you don't care about other people anymore. If you walked around with a crown for 2 weeks, I can tell you, you don't care so much what other people say anymore. If you have done that, yeah, today's my lucky day. Look, I got €5. Look everywhere. You don't care about other people yet. So your success in ask anyone, except there was this one occasion where I really needed $25,000. Do you want to listen to my funny story of the $25,000? Was it dollars? Yeah, it actually was dollars. And how I created $25,000. This is a lot of money. And that was 10 years back. Before I knew about this whole money creation thing. And then only looking back, I was like, oh, geez, I really created money. So how did I do that? It was something I really wanted to do, really, so badly. And it was, I wanted to study my MBA in Hong Kong. I lived already in South Africa. Then I moved with that company, with a wine company, to the US, lived in Fort Lauderdale and Atlanta. And then I said, I really want to do my master's in Hong Kong. And I had to study. There's like this GMAT test if you want to do an MBA, and it's really hard. So I was studying 3 hours a day after work to get this test done. And I needed a good score to get to the university in Hong Kong, because otherwise it wouldn't, they wouldn't take you. And I studied. And it's a test where they basically, for I think 4 hours straight, they do mathematical problems, English problems, speaking, like grammar things, all about in English. And so you really have to study hard for it. There are all coachings to get that, to get a good score. And then the night before, I was ready. And everybody tells you to pass that test. Actually, the night before, you just have to sleep well because you prepared. So guess what happened that night, my dears? Yes, I could not fall asleep. Obviously, I was like so under pressure, because I had studied for half a year. I paid a lot of money, and then I couldn't fall asleep. And then I had a total nervous breakdown. I was in the US. And then at about 3 at night, I knew that my mom would be up in Germany. So it was like 7 a.m. in Germany. So I called her up and I had a total nervous breakdown. Mom, I can't do that. And oh God, I will fail forever. The whole thing. And then at some stage, I was like, okay, I probably won't make it. I let it all go. I was also so tired. So the next day, when the test was due, I went to that testing office and I walked into the room. And when I walked into the room, suddenly my body changed and it said, you know what, Julia? I don't care that you are crying around now that you can't do that. We're going to do the test now as good as we can and shut up with your feelings and whatsoever. So my body really was like, God, shut up, stop it. And then I took the test. And actually, since then, I know I can perform if it's really important, whether I've slept or not. This experience I took for like all kinds of experiences afterwards. But I went in there, I performed as good as I could at it. It was actually okay. So since then, I know I can perform if I really have to. So I did the test. That was pretty good. Then 6 weeks later, you get the results, and I have opened up the envelope. Okay, and I knew I had to beat the 700 thing. It's like the top 5%. But I really studied hard. So I got the envelope. And I was like opening up. Oh God, can I go to Hong Kong? Ah! Then I opened it up and I was like, oh, 730. Oh my God, I can go to Hong Kong and study in Hong Kong. Woo! So I was so happy that I could go to Hong Kong. So I applied. They even said, yeah, Julia, we want you. That's amazing. It only cost $45,000. And I was like, what? What? Oh, I missed that part. $45,000. Oh, I don't know why I didn't know that before. But after the whole application, the whole test and whatever, I needed $45,000. And I had saved up $20,000, like my whole life savings. And and then I had to get $25,000. And I was like, holy shit. And then I thought like, okay, I'm going to take out a loan. I mean, hello. Unfortunately, nobody gave me a loan because I was a German person working in the US, wanting to study in Hong Kong. And basically every country said, no, thank you. We're not going to do that. Then I told my family, like, is there any way I can get $25,000? And my family's anyway, like really anxious about money. They were like, no, Julia, we don't know. But I really, really wanted. So I asked everyone, do they have an idea how I can get $25,000? because I really wanted it. And nobody could help me because nobody has just $25,000 lying around. And I remember I found this one organization which would support studies, but afterwards, for the next 10 years, you have to pay, I don't know, like for $25,000, probably like $50,000 back. And I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready for an interest rate of like 100%. I so want to study. So I applied for that organization. And I remember I was sitting in the office and I got that email, and I opened the email. And this organization said, yes, you can, I will cover for that. And then afterwards you pay us with 100% interest. And I was sitting in that office. I was like, oh my God, I can go to Hong Kong. Yay! So I created $25,000. But the fun part comes now. So finally I was like, oh my God, I did it. I can, I don't care. For some, I will somehow, because I will get a better job or whatever. It's the same with the mentoring. Whenever, if you get the money from somebody, you will be able to pay them back 100 times, because the mentoring will change you so much. And I knew that with my studies. Like if I study, do my master in Hong Kong, I will earn so much more than now. So I finally told everybody, I can go, yay. They thought I was crazy to pay like 100% interest. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I just want to go. And then the fun part was, now that I had the money, my dad says, Julia, you know what? I think this is really expensive with that you pay double back. I thought if I can maybe take a loan out on our house, and then we have an interest rate of about, what was it then, 4%, and it would be an interest rate of 4%, and then you could pay it back. And I was like, after like really working hard to create that money for like half a year, my dad comes up to me and says like, oh, we actually do have the money. But nobody, including my parents, me or whatever, nobody could think of that option. We all would have said, there is no way I can have that money. And that's the fun thing about money creation. Money often comes in very, very different ways than we think we do. But all that had to take, like me going really for it, like exploring all options, asking all people, which I normally would not have said, and then finding that organization, had to happen to find that other option, which we then did actually. We took out a loan, 4%. I paid it back within like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And that was it. But we could not see that option. And that I want to tell you about money creation, and also why it's so cool to have a mentor by your side, because right now, right here, you will probably not see the final money creation. You will just go like, I don't know. Okay, what's the first thing I could do? Okay, universe, help me. I want to have that mentoring or that dream house or whatever. Help me, help me. What am I supposed to do? And then it usually sends you ways where you are very out of your comfort zone. I can already tell you. So money comes in miraculous ways, and it's usually always so way out of your comfort zone, but everybody can create money. Really, even that $25,000 I needed for my studies, where I said we don't have money, suddenly I had 2 options, and probably a third or fourth would have come as well. And then that was the best investment. That was really cool, to study in Hong Kong, get my master, and I got a really, really cool job afterwards. So I want to inspire you that money creation is sometimes very different than you think it is. But if you keep moving forward and you get a lot of no's, I don't think you want to know how many no's I got for that. If you get a lot of no's, you will eventually get a yes, because you learn so much on the way that eventually you will find that one thing, how to create money. Even the same thing with when I said earlier, Google 10 ways how you can do 10K a month. You will maybe not find the right way for the first 7 ones, but then you know exactly what to do, and the 8th one will be successful. It's the same as money creation here for the course. It's the 10 ways how to do 10K per month. You, especially with money, you can ask any rich person, you fail your way to success because you learn so much in the process. So I often tell people, just for the fun of it, to learn about money creation, ask for a loan in an area where you go like, oh, this is really a lot. Ask for a 10K loan. Try to get a 10K loan. You don't have to take it in the end, but it will open so many ways how to live with money, how to talk with money, how to talk about money to other people, how to talk about your dreams. So this is one of the best money creation games you can have. Try to get a 10K loan. Ask 10 banks, and then the 11th might give it to you, and then you go like, oh, thank you. Oh, but actually I don't need it. But you will have learned so much about how money is handled, how people see money and everything, that you're basically already in the money creation game. Yeah. And then you basically, every no takes you closer to your yes. It's like when you're looking for a dream house, how many houses might you look at where it's like, oh, I can't. But at some stage, it's suddenly, oh, I can get that. Yeah. So money creation is very much out of your comfort zone. So let's empty our cup. Empty our cup. Plug yourself in. And let's start with our money nest. So that's basically the homework for tonight, to have a money nest. Take a picture, upload it, because now we will have a wonderful woman who has also mastered the money game. Let's see. My wonderful Anya, and she wants to inspire you as well about her story. Yes.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Anya. Welcome. So nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So now tell the people, where are you from? What was life like before you started with us?
Yes. I greet you. I greet everybody from the middle of Germany. Maybe you know Erfurt. It's the biggest town in my how is it called? In my state.
Yeah, state, Bundesland.
Genau. Yeah, it's so nice to see you. So nice to meet you here. Yeah, I started with the mentoring 2 years ago. And in my situation, 2 years ago, I worked a lot. I worked a lot, and I was convinced that getting money, especially, comes from working, only working. Maybe you know
Yes.
this issue. And it was not only money. I healed a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
How
with,
was it before? Because usually we see the people and then we go like, oh, she has like this great hair. Oh yeah, she never had problems. If you have hair like that,
Never.
she never had problems. But maybe tell everyone how it was before.
Yes. When I started, I suffered from migraine. Some, or not centuries. How is it? Decades. Some decades. I suffered from migraine, and my whole life I built it around this. Yeah, I found ways to work or to have a job where when I got sick, the money flows and so on. Yeah, and during my job or my private area, everything was built around this. Yeah, because when I got an attack, I were not knocked out completely. Yeah. And for the first time, it was like this. I heard it is possible to heal. You know, I lived in the field of, okay, you have this. Many people have this, so you have to cope with that in your own way. And so I did. And the first time I heard it is possible to be free, that this changed. This was a magic moment. Yeah. And I know some women, they tell me, Anja, when I heard you healed yourself from migraine, this was a turning point for me. Yeah. And for that, I am very grateful, because then I started to set new creation points. I started to find ways, or to think about, how can it be? Yes. And then,
How
of
long
course,
did it take
yeah,
you to heal your migraine?
I would say some months. During the mentoring, I did everything we learned. I did it for myself, for my children, for my husband, for everything, for our cats, for plants, and anybody who wanted. And so a lot of things changed for me, around me. And sometimes I forgot to work on the migraine, and I remembered later. Oh, okay. Yet now there are the points where I forget that I have an illness. Yes, an illness who comes again and again. And this, when I realized this, I found out I'm on the right way. Yeah, it will not take very long anymore to get healed. And Julia, Abstände, distances. The distances between the attacks, they were longer and longer and longer, and the attacks were smaller, smaller, and smaller.
Yeah.
This was my way with
Could you
migraine.
say what it was really that it changed? Like, is there a certain point where you go like, oh, I released that energetic blocks and then the migraine was gone? Could you pinpoint it, or was it you wouldn't even be able, because it's like this puzzle coming together?
I think it is a puzzle, but this point when I realized, okay, it is possible to be healed, this was very, very important. And sometimes I worked on other topics for myself or for my family. And yeah, these how can I say, things work together sometimes. And when I do, when I am free of one, then there is a cascade, and I get free of some other things.
Yeah, because very often people think, okay, I'm releasing this one thing and then I'm free and happy and healthy and all that. But what I experience is usually you walk the path, and at some stage you go like you said, like, oh, I haven't had a migraine for a while. So it's not this big, oh, I released it and now I'm all healthy. It's more like suddenly like, oh my God, it now changed. Oh.
Yeah.
That's how it was with you as well, huh? Very
And
nice.
it's a really good point when you realize I forgot it.
Yeah. We have people, you still know that you have migraine. We have people who have come with headaches and they tell me like a year later, no, Julia, I never had headaches. I'm like, what? How can that be? No, it's like, so miracles happen. And then I go like, okay, I have it on Zoom that you have headaches and now they are gone. But people forget, and that is a real healing when you actually forget that you had it, when you don't think about it anymore. Yeah, so cool. So tell us about the
Yes.
money game. How did you approach it?
When I lost the migraine,
Uh-huh.
then I could realize, anerkennen, Julia,
Celebrate.
anerkennen.
Celebrate?
I could celebrate. I am, yeah, that I am able to create money that flows, even when I'm sick. Yeah, it was, now it was not necessary. It was, wow, what I am able to do. Yeah. And so I wanted to get more of this, more money. Sorry, Ströme,
Inflow.
money
All flows of money.
possibilities.
Yeah,
Yeah, inflow.
possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I found out I'm very good at this
Mhm.
to have some more inflows, um, which flows, you know.
So
So
how
so
did you do it? Everybody's like, how did she do it?
how do I do? I ask for. I ask for.
You had
Okay,
a
what
wish book?
Yes. At first, I have the idea. I would like to get some other money, some more money,
Mhm.
and I ask, okay, how can it go? How can it be? And usually, I write down these questions.
Mm.
Then there are some impulses. Sometimes I write it down as well, and sometimes I have to do something,
Mhm.
mostly crazy things.
Tell us about the most crazy things, because I know you have done a lot of crazy things.
Um, One of the last things I had to do to go to a strip club.
No.
I've never been there, and I had a friend of mine, and she's over 60, and she has never been to a strip club as well. And my sister, and she has never been to a strip club as well. But we found a way, and it was very it was wonderful. It was wonderful. We had a good relation to the women we
Mhm.
met. We had a lot of talks to the women, and it had to do something with money.
Mm.
I, I don't know how is it okay to tell
Yes, of
something?
course. We tell everything. Yeah, because in a strip club, you give money in the end to a
Yes,
half
yes,
naked or naked woman. Yeah.
yes, yes, you do. Yeah,
Yes. And
and
that
it was
changes
really.
the energy field.
Yeah, it's the energy field. And I did not know I didn't know anything about this. And we were very shy, and yeah, we sat there on the table, and the women dance, and when you go in there in this club you have to spend money, and then you get some playing money, yeah.
Yeah.
And these dollars, they call it dollars, you give to the woman who danced before,
Yeah.
and you have to, so you have to touch them, yeah. And
Mhm.
at first my sister and my friend, no problem. And me, I realized, oh my God, I'm really shy.
Yeah.
And I dollars into the hands at first, and then yeah, I took courage, yeah.
Mm.
And I put the money into the strings. They only have strings.
Yeah.
Or nothing. Yeah. And it was a really, really great experience with these women, and the relation with them. And the last dance before we went was one woman. She was very open, and she talked a lot to us. And she came for the last dance with a red negligee, and she only looked to us. Her eyes were only on us,
Yeah.
3 women, and it was she danced for us. Yeah, she danced for us, and it was so it was erotic. It was feminine. It was I would say it was a holy energy.
Yeah.
And I believe for that for I was there
Yeah. And
for
it
this experience.
changes so many beliefs around
Yeah,
money and strip club and dancing and whatsoever. It's just changing. So you're so cool that you follow through with these crazy impulses, and that's then how money actually starts flowing in.
yes, yes, it does. It does.
Yeah. So how did the money come? In what ways?
When I do these things, then there are some impulses. The impulse is, okay, do that or do that, and then I do.
Mm.
Um, and then there are the impulses. There must be the money, the next.
Yeah.
You know, then it's like mm, an explosion of blockages.
Yeah. It's like,
And then I see, there it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say anyone can develop that intuition you have, or is it something that is special to some people?
I believe everybody can do this.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
often compare it to, it's like if you tell me I can't see a tree because you really believe you can't see a tree, and then I show you the tree and you go like, I could always see a tree. Oh my God, I can see trees. And that's the same when you have that connection to your intuition. Yeah, I
Yes.
also would say. What was like the moment you knew, okay, this mentoring is going to change my life? When did you know that?
Before it started. I believed it will. Yeah, I believed it
Yeah.
will start when I go there. And for me, it was very important to be in this field of people who go the same way, who look in the same direction, who want more, who want to be healed, um, who want more out of their relationships. Yeah,
Mm.
and this was the point to change this field where I am Anja with a post-communism money mindset. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Before
health issues.
and and health issues, yes, to the Anja with nothing of that. When I was in this field, and we were many people in the mentoring during my time,
Yeah.
who wanted to get free from that.
Yeah.
And this field is really important.
Yeah, it changes everything. If you are together with people who all walk that direction, and there are
Yeah.
some people are there with money ahead, some are with health ahead, some with relationships, and you always see the ones where you go like, okay, yeah, I can do that too. That
Yeah.
changes a lot.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you see all the results, and I want it too, and I can have
Yeah.
it too. Yeah.
Yes. And that's actually the cool thing about a group mentoring, because you
Mm.
always see results of the others and you get inspired the whole time. It's like, oh my God, she did it. Oh my God, he did it. Oh my God, oh, she did it. She doesn't have it. Then you inspired. I don't have migraine anymore. Everybody like, okay, that's also possible. Yeah, and that's a cool thing about group mentoring, which you never have in a one-on-one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
cool. That's so interesting. So, to whom would you recommend the mentoring?
To who?
What type of people?
um, People who want to be healed, people who want to make more money, people who want to stretch their mindset in every way, and who know that they are able and responsible for that, you know?
Yeah.
That when you know you can do, or when you are open for that, maybe you don't know yet, but you are open to hear this. When these words come to your heart, then you then I would say the mentoring is for these people.
Yeah. If you want to be in control, that I also like, that you can actually control how healthy you get, or how much money you can have, or that you can actually create money, and also all the relationships. The turn side is you cannot blame anyone anymore for your life. It's like, oh shit, I created it all myself. Oh, I can change it. Okay, I'm the only one responsible. Okay, let's go. Yeah, that's a turning point. How do you do it with your children? Because I think you do the tools with your children. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that, because I'm sure some others have children too.
Yeah, I have 2 children and 2 foster children. And my children and the children who live with me, they learn this. They learn tools, and especially the mindset.
Yeah.
And it is very important for their life, to cope with school and these things. Yeah. And since, yeah, 2 years already, my daughter, she's nearly 21, she's the oldest, she is able to do these things with ease. Yeah, I had to go to a mentoring, I had to learn, I had to do, practice, practice, practice. And my daughter, she always sees what I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, she grew up with that.
Yeah.
And now with nearly 21, she's able to do it, to have her goals, to live there, to make a trip to this country. And she does not work. And sometimes I wonder where she gets the money from, but she's able to do it.
Yeah. Some people
Yeah,
have a natural
yeah,
ability, because if you grow up in an environment, that's why it's the best gift for your kids, that you learn it yourself, because you create an environment where it's suddenly normal that they create money, and then they often do it better than you are.
yeah.
And you're
Really
like,
fast,
what?
really fast.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
so cool.
And my youngest now, he's 5, and yeah, he always says, I want to become a millionaire.
Early on, very good.
You will.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, that is awesome. So
Yeah.
cool. So, what inspired you? Because you are also part now of the mentoring, you will also be working with the people. What inspired you to actually join and say, like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to bring that to the English speaking world.
Um, I think everybody have heard, must have heard. Yeah. You decide whether you take it in, you practice, but I believe it's very important that everybody must have heard it's possible that you change your life, that you heal yourself, that you heal others, that you can make money. Yeah, that the constructions we have, that it is possible to go without that, to be free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. And that's such a big mission, because I'm the same like you. I want that everybody knows that it exists, because I still, now looking back, like until I was 40, I didn't know. And I would have told everyone, yeah, you are like all crazy, this woo-woo energetic, no, go away. And then it turned around, and I was like, oh God, everybody must at least know that it exists, and that's our mission. So then if you do it or not, that's their choice. Nobody needs to do that, but at least so they know, because it makes life so much easier. Because you
yeah,
struggled with migraine, I had my chronic pain, the autoimmune disease. And nobody told us before that we could actually heal until we finally found out.
Yeah.
Yes. And before you joined, what doubts did you have? Because for you, it was also an investment, and you probably didn't go like, yeah. Did you? What kind of doubts did you have?
I'm really sorry, but I had no doubts.
Oh, perfect. Well, everybody gold coin for Anya. Oh, there are no doubts. I just go.
I had no.
Okay. So it was
Yeah.
just basically I go and then I create an awesome life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there's anything from heart to heart you want to tell the people who might still have doubts, what would you like to tell them? Also, maybe doubts about how to create money, doubts about talking to their mentor. What do you want to tell them?
The mentor is really good when you have a mentor. I had a mentor 2 years ago. I had a mentor, and this was really good because I could ask some questions. What do I have to prepare and so on, and yeah, they are very open people, and you can, yeah, if you have doubts, you can bring them to them. You can bring them to them.
Yeah, bring your doubts to your mentor. Exactly.
Yeah. And yes, when you have doubts, maybe you can be open,
Yeah.
open for when you have things you struggle with, that there is the possibility to change this, to be free of this. Yeah. And the mentoring is a good way to go into another life, into another world, into other energy fields. And it grows and grows and grows. Yeah, it's not when you did the mentoring for 5 months and then it's over. You will be you will get used to it, and it's your all day life, and you will change. You can change every day and grow every day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. And think of what it will be like in 5 years, 10 years, when you always apply the tools, put the puzzles, go for you, even like the dreams get bigger. We can tell you at the beginning you want to heal your migraine, then afterwards you go like, okay, let's have my own business, because that's what you did. You created your own business. Then and then taking the next step and saying like, oh, what if I can make Julia's business even bigger? Oh, so that even that, if you have the tools, yes, then what is possible? So much changed for you. And
Yes,
you
that's
said he
right.
has turquoise hair.
Yeah. Do you see the blue?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Everybody loved the blue hair. Let's do some blue hearts into the chat for some energy for yourself and for the blue hair for Anya. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so nice. So is there anything for a roundup you want to tell the people to inspire them for their courage?
There are many things I changed during this time and since this time. And yes, maybe it's good to know that my relationship with my husband gets better and better, greater and greater since this time.
So what did you do to change that? How do you apply the tools so that also the relationship gets more loving?
First, I worked with me. Yeah. And then writing down what I want and on how I want to be was very, very good. Yeah. And it is always asking the universe, to ask God how it can be. Look, this is what I want. Make it possible. What do I have to do for that?
And
Yeah.
then you just walk the steps every
Yeah.
time, again and again. this is how it works, and it actually works.
Yeah.
So wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Anya, for inspiring us with our juicy strip club story as well, to go for the crazy idea. And which in the end, like in hindsight, you go like, it wasn't that crazy. But before you go like, oh shit, that is crazy. Yeah, in hindsight, it's
Right.
like, yeah, it was clear why I had to do that. It's kind of logical, but it's easy to say afterwards. Well, thank you so much, Anya, for your
Thank you.
inspiration that you took the time tonight. And then on Wednesday, we'll have Q&A and live coachings all around money. So on Wednesday, I want everybody to have the money nest ready. Take a picture, put it into the Facebook group, make it wild, your money nest. Then you should have Googled and put your interest in 10 ways to do 10Ks in a month. Look on YouTube, look on TikTok, look on Google, and bring your best 2 or 3 ideas, because we just want to share. Because if everybody shares the best 3 ideas, some people will go like, oh, okay, I'm doing that. And that's already a big step. And then we'll do live coachings and Q&A for how we can create money. So, well, that's going to be pretty cool. It's always fun to work with money. So I'll see you all back on Wednesday, same time as always. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your money nest in the Facebook group. All right. So I'll see you on Wednesday, my